All right, hey lovelies, welcome on in. So let's get started. Welcome on into our new moon energy. And today we do have a rune. So let me see our rune. Breakthrough. Okay, so I'm just going to get started. Okay, change of plans. We are going to have our gathering on Signal. And the reason why Signal is because if stuff starts to shift and happen, um, we will have adequate coverage. There won't be no funny business like we'll just lose all the info. So Signal will be able to keep things maintained because we start that medicine on March 25th. Okay, so let's take a look at today's blue galactic storm. And it says, I harmonize in order to catalyze modeling energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of abundance. So color is blue. The planet is Pluto. And root chakra and earth family gateway. And then there's breakthrough. Now, the breakthrough transformation. Here's the final room belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing the daggers often signals a major shift or breakthrough in a process of self-change. A complete transformation in the altitude of 180-degree turn. For some, the transition is so radical that they are no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. Well, gee, let's just say that is true in so many ways right now. A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you, daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into the thoughts for the future of behaving recklessly in your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in times of transformation. Undertaking to do is joyfulness. Okay, so breakthrough is coming. Now, I'm going to preface everything by talking about the energy of what's going on. And last year, you guys remember last year I was saying that when we get to this year, the temperature is going to be so off the hook that things are going to be just catching on fire. So a video came out showing that the electric bikes, and remember I kept saying the electric cars, batteries, those Litman batteries are going to be catching on fire. So it's happening. And a little girl was looking at her phone and her phone caught on fire. Then people's little electric bike things, still scooter things, are catching on fire just spontaneously. So there's going to be a lot of fires by electronic stuff because we are a supercharged planet right now. And things can just start sparking. So just be aware of that when you're out and about. Just be aware of that when you leave things in a hot garage and it catches on fire. So, and especially being on the third floor, the higher up you are, the more you're going to have problems with electrical things. Stoves, anything electric that has gadgets on it, there's going to be problems with it. So in order to understand your own mind, you must become skilled at critical thinking or exercising the power of discernment. Hyper-electronic, hyper-telepathic, all at the top of the head. This is fifth mental sphere, super consciousness, fifth dimensional thermic force field. So that's where we are on our intentional calendar. Now, keep in mind, we're in a ninth solar moon. And in that ninth solar moon, we have that energy. So let's take a look at this. So far, we have a bumpy ride. Don't be afraid to make a change, regardless of how hard you perceive it to be. It can be fun if you allow it to let go of the resistance to it. So the bumpy ride, yeah, we got a bumpy ride ahead. Purging process is here of 54. You may be currently experiencing emotional discomfort that is disrupting your inner peace. We had this one last time. We got it again. And then share your gifts. Number 26, get ready to see movement when you choose to share your gifts. Yes, a lot of us, you can't just be sitting back anymore. You got to share those gifts. So that's the message with that. Let's take a look at what the Priestess of Light has to say. Last night I was up until 3. I started doing readings for people and sending them to them in their chat, in their mail, in their text. Some of my members have their time when I send them their new moon reads. So everybody got their new moon reads last night. I think I have 1 or 2 people left. So far we have, oh, interesting. Number 2, courage, strength, and fierce family. We got strength and fierce family. And then we have guide the illuminated path. Guide the illuminated path. So this is where we are. And what, this is kind of interesting. I feel like I pulled these 2 before. And the same thing is happening. Like I've done this before. It's really interesting. So in the courage, we have the affirmation of, I bring the courage of my soul to all the issues of my life. I stand in my true power now and always. And then for the guided one, the affirmation for that, I love this one. It's about being illuminated. Illuminate the path. And it says, I direct my own destiny in every way. I open myself to the loving guidance I receive from others, from the universe, and from within. Okay, so I love it, love it, love it. So everyone, I'm putting it out there that you'll hear this message. And if you want to sign up for it, it's going to be on Signal. So that means you got to open up a Signal account, get on Signal, and then send me your Signal handle that you're going by. So when I go down the list of Signal, I will see you and see your picture photo or your symbol and what you use, and then I can add you to the group. Okay, so you can come in and be a part of the group for the 10-day medicine. So we got 7th house. Relationships. Yeah, a lot of relationships are going to get tested really hard this week. And it's because of that energy upshifting. Now, I'm also seeing things where they were saying things are falling out of the sky, satellites and stuff, and a lot of planes. I just checked in with the grandmother in Puerto Rico, and she said, yes, the planes have been grounded over there. And I always double check because you just never know when people present things, if it's on the timeline that it's happening or if it was something older. But look, we got 2 9s here. 7th house relationship, a lot of things going to be coming to an end. We have Pluto rebirth happening. So that's coming in. Love it. Our plant medicine as we keep moving into this medicine. So just know that today this is just starting up the energy to start prepping, getting ready for our spring equinox door. And yeah, I didn't finish the reads until 3 o'clock in the morning. Finally laid down, finally drifted off, went to sleep around 4, woke up around 7:30. Um, woke up around 7:30. Then I just wanted to go back to sleep. Whoa. We got some energy really with the plant medicine going on here. Oh, okay. Now, here we go. Let's take a look at this. We have Jurgen Sasha, and then we have Rue and Chamomile. Now, Jurgen Sasha is Transfiguration, and that is number 22. I have to look these up because I don't know all these plants, and I don't be trying to pretend like I do. There's too many different things that goes on with plants. So, and her cards are really cool. So this is like the tower. This is bringing tower energy. It says unforeseen change, breakdown, transfiguration, poison transmute, evil neutralize, rising from the ashes. Interesting plant. Oh my God, it's very indigenous plant. It's found in Brazil. And this protects against all spiritual sicknesses like bile. There's hexes, envy, those type of energy attack things. But this is like the tower, a serious tower medicine going on there. Then we have Rue. Rue is another one that's a protector and a cleanser. But it's also one that you don't ingest at all because it is poisonous. But this one is Psychic Shield, Auric Protection, Angelic Wisdom, Banish of Darkness, Restoration of Vitality. So this is the herb of grace, and this is the herb Rudia. So a lot of your candles, if you get them from a botanical, we'll have Rudia candles that you can work with that unblock things, move negative energy out so that you can have that. But this one has more of the lion energy that comes along with it. That picture's really picking up that lion energy medicine there. So, and chamomile. Now, chamomile's nice. Chamomile's a good one, but it's not nice for those who suffer with asthma because it is a ragweed type of plant. So if you're sucking down chamomile tea at night and you're wondering why, if you suffer with asthma, why your asthma's kicking up, it's because this plant is doing that. You can only tolerate chamomile for probably 1 to 2, 3. The third day is enough. Going beyond 3 days working with it, it's going to spike it up. And if you're really sensitive, chamomile will definitely spike up your asthma on the first day if you're really sensitive. But chamomile's a good nerve vine plant medicine, those that can handle it. So do your research, learn about your plants, learn about your flowers. Okay, so that's the herb medicine for today. How's everybody feeling? Are you feeling all those shifting energies? I am, for sure. Okay, we're going to do the sun card, and then we will do a frequency, and then that will be the message of the day. So I just wanted to come on and tell you, start paying attention to your electrical stuff, because welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as the Galactic Spiral Light Priestess, Makala. So here to help you to remember who you are. Oh, we have hope. We have protection, Sekhmet. A lot of lion energy. What is this? Every card I'm pulling, a lot of lion energy is coming up. A lot of lion. Got to have that lion energy. Illumination. 2 horses. Weaving the web, the cosmic web. Well, that's already happening for sure. That's already happening. So we got weaving, we got illumination, we got Sekhmet, protection, and we got hope. Now, one of the things that's kind of really coming up in my mind right now is Cuba. I keep seeing a lot of people fighting, resources, needing to get the help that they need, and nothing's being done. I see a lot of that, and I see this playing out like in that movie. What was that movie called? The one where they count down every once a year. They go on a killing spree. What was that movie? Forgot what that movie was. But they get to do all that for 24 hours. And no ambulance or nothing is, fire department, nobody is available for that whole time. I feel like it's going to be playing out like that. Eye of the needle. Look at that. OMG. A lot of stuff is being done intentionally. Intentionally. Especially when you go to the airport and you're trying to get on a flight to get back and do something. And then they just automatically say, oh, well, nobody can fly right now, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of times they're doing it intentionally to spark anger, to spark a feeding for themselves. Just be aware when you're going out and that's happening. Eye of the needle, intentionally. Okay, and let's look into grab this one. Hey, lovely. Somebody checked in. Purge is the movie. Yes, thank you. Purge, thank you. I was trying to remember it. Purge. I feel because we got that first card earlier and it had the purge in there. Ancestors healing. New DNA codes. Cinderella, the high priestess and the queen ruler. So those energy are going to be breaking up. We're not going to be having that energy. And let's see if we get a code. Yes, we do. Unlock the hidden gifts. All right, codes coming in. 3312, 3344. 3312, 3344. All right, take a look. This one comes with a symbol. So yeah, doing those reads last night and listening to the Cosmic Grandmothers. So the Cosmic Grandmothers are really wanting everyone to understand something. And I talk to the ancient ones. When they come in, they just come in and drift in and bring their energy in. And they leave a message. And the message is, if you've been feeling really tired, worn out, body parts like your knees, joints and stuff like, oh, one moved by itself. Okay, the Earth card. And your knees and everything have been bothering you. They said, think about this. When you're waking up and you're in a higher frequency, your body's not used to it. And your body has to get used to being in a new frequency. And when it's used to being in a new frequency, then you have to be calibrated to be in that frequency. When you are sleeping, and look, we got water. When you're sleeping, you're in a lower frequency because you're not seeing. You're not on that higher frequency. It's controlled. So when you come out of it, now you're like in this higher frequency that's allowing you to move through. So we have Earth, the earth card, nurture. Then we have the water card, overflow. We're getting new water on this planet. Now the water's been here, but it's coming up with the newer codes. Gracious receptivity. And then our next one, boom. Up is the sacral chakra, core creation. And our last one, we have to have one more. Internal explorer, always exploring. We gotta always be looking, staying open. So they said it's just taking time for some of us to calibrate into the energy. And this is why you're feeling your body shifting, and it's not going to feel comfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. And things that are, remember what I said about old scar tissue stuff. Remember what I said. If you got a lot of that old scar tissue things going on, you're going to feel that releasing in your body. So a lot of times, everyone I know has been having knee stuff. I can't tell you how many people I'm seeing that are having knee stuff going on right now. A lot of knee stuff. So this set is called the Divination of the Ancient Ones. I love this set. And I don't use it a lot, but I used it a lot last night for people in their readings. Oh, look at this. Interesting. So we have numerology, which is precision. And then we have the runes, which is perception. So anytime when you do divination is all about your conversation with the divine. Whether you're using a pendulum, whether you're using the dowsing rods, it's all about the combination with the divine. Oh, my new ring. Brass. Yes, I'm working with it to see how it pans out with my working with the different energies, meridians on the body. So numerology, understanding, paying attention to the numbers and runes. Now, I want to preface and say something. When I was doing the reads last night, in the background, I had Noah. I had Noah on. Noah came on. So I was watching the opening part of it as I was getting everything set up so I can do the reads. And I thought it was really interesting how it panned out and it showed the picture of the earth, how barren it was, and how the trees were all ripped down. Okay, the trees were all ripped down. And then it showed the watchers, how they were encrusted, and how they were the ones that ripped down all the trees. And I was like, oh, wow. So I was like, oh, right in front of your face. They're doing it right in front of your face. They put it in the movies right in front of your face. Okay, we got protection card again. So some of you need to pay attention. Get that protection going. Stop thinking, oh, I'm good. I'm just going to I'm going to go to the grocery store. Let me tell you something. Went to the grocery store the other day. You know, I'm all guarded up. I got myself covered. Went in there, and then I was looking for my beet juice so I can get my beet juice. And this man in the area where I went to go get the beet juice, he's just standing there looking at rice and whatever, and didn't really pick anything up. He's just looking at stuff. Had no basket with him. Foundation. No basket with him, okay? No basket. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And I'm kind of like, I don't get my beet juice. I get the beet juice. I reach down to go get it. And I hear this. I'm like, yeah, right. Whatever the hell. So I grab my beet juice and I go, let's get out of here. So when we leave, I go check out, go to the front. As I'm going out the front of the door, by the time I get to my car, I see him outside, just standing outside. no bag, no nothing, just standing outside. And then he walks back and goes back in. I said, yes. He was in there sucking up energy. I said, it really makes you look at everything differently and say, why am I here? And I'm just really trying to constantly move through. So protection, black tourmaline is definitely needed, and pyrite. Now, I like to use my pyrite in the prosperity corner, and the crystal plates that I design for wealth and prosperity. I like to set up pyrite and copper and different type of financial drawing in energy on those crystal plates. So yes, I make the wealth crystal plate, and I just mailed one off a few days ago. So hopefully it'll make it to the East Coast to the person I had to mail it to. And she gets it, and she's going to love it. You're going to love it. So, let me do the higher self. So your grids, think about doing your grid things. That was the main message that the grandmothers were giving about the energy right now. And right now, today, we're feeling that G2 hitting us. So there's just so much going on. And I don't know about all of you, but I'm just like, oh my God. Just so much going on. Tree of Life, Ancestry Connection. Everything is about the ancestors. It's about the connection. It's about protection. And it's about change. So supposedly, pay attention. Trust the universe. Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. So supposedly, an important date, a video showed the Trumpster talking about, oh yeah, 331 would be a good day for this to take place in 331. And he had his head down when he was saying it, wasn't really making eye contact with the camera. And I'm like, okay, so what's that date all about? I said, okay, let me add it. Oh, that's a throw in. I said, let me add in, add the cards up, add the numbers up. It comes out to an 8. But here's the deal. It wasn't about the number coming out to an 8. It was about the number being matched up with a 3 and a 1 and a 3 and a 1. Okay? It was about that number being matched up. So I said, oh, 3 and a 1, 3 and a 1. That's foundation. What is starting? What's the start? So let the presence of your divine illuminate your path. Okay. So one of the other messages, everyone, you guys got to pay attention to is we cannot allow our energies to keep feeding into and supporting the negative narrative. So when something negative happens, everybody gravitates to it, and they're looking at it, and they're giving their attention to it, like all the Epstein file stuff. That stuff is old. It's new because they released it, but it's old information. If you look at all the dates and stuff of when a lot of stuff went down, look at the dates, how old it is. They've been knowing that was going on, and just now they're releasing it because all those people have been dealt with, supposedly. I don't know. Some people have been seen driving around in cars. And I think they do that stuff on purpose. I really do. So part of our thing right now, so that we can lock those grids in and keep the energy flowing, is to make sure that we keep our energy up and we keep our attention on the ball, what we're doing, how we're keeping everything grounded into ourselves, staying true to ourselves, taking care of our bodies, getting the rest that we need. And the grandmothers were really stressing, saying, when you feel tired, lay down and get your rest. When you feel hungry, eat what calls to you. Don't do these things where you're just starving yourself out and then you literally make yourself sick. So be in the balance and follow what is calling to you, what is needed. And the crystals are really, really um, being in their power right now. So I haven't done the bag in a while. The bag messages. Let's see. All right. Shoot. I gotta put it back in here because I tumbled it. And I got a new one. Okay. Oh, this is a Reiki symbol for healing. This is Speed of Light. Atabe, the mother in Taino. Fire. And 333. And Blu-ray energy. Okay. So healing that's coming in. Zahike. And then the speed of light. Things are changing. Atabe is the mother of that's in nature, that's in everything around us, the beauty and essence of mother. The fire is the spark that keeps things moving. We're in that fire energy, the fire energy. Sihike, speed of light. Atabe, 333, and Blu-ray. The Blu-rays have been around. They're really shifting around, but we're going to start really seeing next month. And I'm tired of people saying this crazy stuff like, oh, are we waiting for contact in the next so many days and waiting for contact of next year? No, we're already getting contact. It's already happening. Some of us are already getting the contact. We're not waiting until somebody comes off of a ship to make contact. They're already making contact. I'm sorry if you're just not catching the whiff on that, but it's already happening. So I'm over all the planned out agenda of what to say and what not to say. Bull crap. I'm so sick of it. Third eye activation is definitely coming in. Those of you that have been having the headaches. Oh my gosh. This is full moon energy, pulling that in. We're in the new moon, but these are things to come. So between now and up to the full moon, pay attention. Pay attention to the messages of what's coming in, especially the third eye activation that's piling in and giving you maybe those little headaches. Okay. So that looks like that's pretty much it. So download Signal so that when we set up the group, you can go right in. I'm going to set up the group on Friday so that you can just go right in. I can get things started. So I'll load up the teachings, load up the medicines so everyone can be on the same page. And you're not waiting when we do it over here when things get loaded up and you're not getting the stuff until the next day. So anything to just kind of mess up the flow, right? Interesting. But anyway, that is the message so far. Just kind of stay true to the self. Don't overdo a lot for yourself. Just pay attention when you're, like I said, when you're tired, get your rest. Don't be trying to overdo stuff. It's not going to be in your best favor. But yeah, I didn't go to sleep until early this morning. Finally dozed off at 4 a.m. because I was just in that energy of get the reads out, get the message out. Everyone got their stuff, and now I'm hearing back from everyone what the messages were. How it's like, yeah, that's right on the point what I'm dealing with. All right, lovelies. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to just go relax and please be aware of all of your electronical stuff. And we're in a supercharged energy right now, and things are literally going to just catch on fire. And that's what's going to be happening. There's a reason why they showed the fire horse for a reason. Okay, fire horse. How is it coming in? How is everything being ushered in? All right, what is being said here? Hi, lovelies. Let me lift this up. Okay. Oh, like your rings. Where did you get them, honey? I make my ring. I didn't make the copper ones, but I made the bronze one because I'm working with the bronze. Hey, Priestess Makala. Hey, natural head. I hope everyone's doing okay. I have just been really I can't explain it. It's like I feel like I'm in two different type of timelines. That's what I feel like. And I'm just exhausted. But the grandmothers are saying it's because when you're in the new energy, you're not used to it. And when you're not used to it, your body has to acclimate to it. It has to calibrate to the energy. And that makes a lot of sense because when it's a lower formation of energy, your energy stays down low. So you're just kind of like mundane, you're going along with it. Then when it gets up into the higher frequency, your body's not used to it, so you constantly have to keep um, calibrating yourself just so you can function in it. And that's what it's like right now. So I want you to remember. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. I'm getting older. I can't keep up everything. Bear with me. So I'm laying in bed. All right. I'm laying there. And I might as well just really back up and tell you guys. Do you want to hear the story? Because I'm not going to let you down. So yesterday, when my left knee started acting up, I graduate from physical therapy, ring my bell, to say, yay, I healed with my right, and then my left knee started acting up. So then it started doing that same thing where the pain was coming in, and I said, oh, here we go. Now I gotta go get the groceries up the stairs, and I gotta, what the hell? So I stop off at the clinic. Nobody was in there. I walk in, hey, did you miss me? And they're like, is your asthma acting up? No, that's stabilized. I'm having knee stuff. Oh, come on back. So I come on back, and I tell the staff, doctor, nurse practitioners, I think it was nurse practitioner that was on duty. And I said, look, this is what's happening. Now this knee is acting up. He said, what is your body trying to do? Play ping pong? I said, I have no idea. I don't know what's happening. So he says, well, we can give you Toradol. I said, okay, give me something just so I can get up the stairs, get the stuff up the stairs. Well, we're going to give you a steroid. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do a steroid. He goes, got to get the swelling down. Do you want it to swell up even more? I go, okay, first of all, how long is this steroid going to last? Short term, just a week or so. It's not going to be super crazy, just enough to calm it down. I said, okay, I'll do it as long as it's not going to be crazy. Yes, it's all this crazy weather and the winds across. Yes, thank you, Mama, for saying that. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Okay, can we get into it? Let's get into it because we're going to step into it. So I say, okay, fine. So she comes in with the shots. She puts one in each cheeky. I'm like, oh God. So by the time I get home, I get the groceries up the stairs. I'm like, yay, I can get the stuff up the stairs. It's not hurting. The knee is not doing all this work. But what happened, it kicked in. And then I was like in this go mode. And I couldn't, that's why it was up until 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, this feels great. I'm not hurting. I feel yay, yay. I was having a yay moment. Yes, I was feeling very wonderful. So then I'm thinking to myself, okay, finally when I lay down and to get some sleep at 4 a.m., yes, this morning, 4, I wake up around 7:30. I look at the wall and I have this new designs of bubbles coming across the wall. But this time I see waves like this, like the water waves. And I go, what the heck is that? That's weird. I've never seen that before. And it was just like wave, wave, wave. And I'm like, water. Gotta pay attention to the water. Okay. So I paid attention. It came up, did its thing, all the little rainbow bubbles, all this stuff, did its thing, and then it disappeared. I said, okay. So then my friend and I, we were talking about portals. And she was telling me how she saw a light thing come into her room and she thought it was like a car. You know, late at night, how a car can pass by and you can see the car light and it can make like a light thing in the room. And when she was talking about it, I was like, wait a minute, you had that experience too? I was like, because a couple of nights ago, I had like this weird light thing came across right there at the top of the ceiling. And this is the one that came in and just kind of stayed there. And I was like, there's no light, there's no cars out in the parking lot. It was like around 1:30 in the morning, there was nothing going on. And it was just right there. And I kept watching it. And I said, what is that? So pay attention to the portal stuff because once again, this thing up there, that up there, decided to have some weird looking fish thing coming through. And I saw it and I said, what are you doing? Don't be coming through here. This is not your domain. And I had to snap it out and seal it again because what? We shifted on to another frequency. So it just thought it had permission to come in. I'm like, no, you ain't got no permission. Get out. So it had to leave. This is so surreal. I cannot tell you how crazy things are right now because the grandmothers are right when they say you're not used to the new energy. Your body's not used to it. So you're going to be seeing things that you normally would never see. That's the word now. You normally would never see. I want you to understand how important it is to say that to yourself because some of the things that you're going to be seeing in the days to come, and I'm talking this year, we're not even in summer yet, and it's hotter than hell. Okay, it's only 80 something, but it feels like 100. We're not even in summer yet. I don't think we're even going to make it to spring. I think spring is just an advertisement to say, yes, we're stepping into light. Light like you've never seen it before. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be a summer to never forget. Summer, summer, summertime, time, summertime. Yeah, it's going to be hot. I wish it's 33 degrees here. High or cold, my heat is. Wow, you know what? You're the second person to tell me how cold it is over there. I'm like, are you kidding me? So one side, they're freezing y'all out, and over here, they're cooking us to death. And they seem to be very proud of themselves that they are manipulating everything, but are they really? Maybe things are just getting set up. Maybe Mother is just... Oh, and then I got showed something else. Remember I was telling you about the trees, how they whacked off the top of the trees, but the ancient roots are still going down. Last night they showed me something. Not last night, but you know what I mean. When I finally went to sleep at 4. I'm in a tunnel. And I hear, you want to see something interesting, something that they can't stop. And I go, what? So I'm walking down one of these tunnels, this big giant tunnel, and I look up and I see a root coming through the tunnel brickery. And then I see a little bit of water. And then I look down at my feet and I see water. And I hear, and they thought they were safe. And I started laughing. And I said, wow. I said, yeah, just imagine all through in the middle core of the earth are these tunnels. And they whacked off the top of us, but they couldn't get rid of the root. And the roots that did survive are stronger now than they ever have been and are able to pierce through their structures. I just smiled and I said, you just don't know how good that makes me feel. He said, yeah. So when you can see how a root goes down and it can pierce through their structure and bring in just that water that just drips over time to start breaking that foundation above them. I'm like, oh. So it looks like nobody's going to be safe down there. Nope. So that was in certain sections wherever the tree was, and when it got whacked off on the top, that root is coming down. Okay. So those are the messages that I was given, and they've been very, very a lot of information coming through. I keep the journal next to my bedside because when the information comes through, I have to write it down. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget because there's a game going on. They send you the flash of the information. You got to grab it, write it down. And then there's another game that comes in and says, we're not going to let you have that, to take it away. How many of you are experiencing that when you get an ideal or something comes in and you're like, oh, I like that. And if you don't go write it down and you think you're going to remember it, you try to go back and remember it. That timeline's gone. It's gone just like that. It's gone. They take it away. I received some very ancient messages in my sleep. Yes, this is why they have us kind of going through the sleep thing, because that's how we're getting upgraded and that's how we're getting the messages. That's how your DNA is being taken off of the hold method, okay, or the pause method is taking you off of that. So in our sleep, we're getting that. And another reason why we're feeling so tired is because when we do go to sleep, we're in that other energy timeline that's higher, and we're doing meeting people, we're doing stuff, and then when we come back, we're like, oh my God, where the hell was I? Oh God, who did I meet up with? But I had one night when I went to sleep, I was meeting up with the Andromedans, I was meeting up with the Lyrans. I was in this whole circuit of meeting up, and it was like flash, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? So just remember, we're in the initiation stage right now. And the initiation stage, thank you, is the one that is allowing you to say yay or nay. Are you in? Are you not? Because now is the final part of it. And they want to make sure that the ones that said they are ready, that they're going to do what they're going to do, they actually do what they're going to do. And then the ones that are not ready, that still loop on their own, and they're still doing their stuff, they stay like that. It was in a Kemetic verse. I recognize some of the words being spoken. Okay, I'm glad you said that, because here's another message. Okay, you know how they got everybody, oh, do the AI app. Oh, you want to jump in and do like make a song, or you want to have some kind of teaching or something that goes on with your speaking. Da, 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 da. Okay, so as soon as the AI takes over and starts speaking out what you want it to say, because you're not using your voice to say it, it's overriding you. It has a different frequency. Now, thank you. They want you to know how important it is for you to use your voice, and why a lot of times our voices have been getting like tackled. It's because of the power of the voice and the frequency you carry within your genome codes is what gives your gifts a special notation signature. and it gives it the power to do what it does. And this is why when some people on platforms like myself and others, when we talk on our platforms, the certain AI engines don't want that signature out there because it's not in a low frequency, it's in a higher frequency, which means this: they don't recognize that. Now, if I was to talk like, well, everything in life is just so depressing and blah blah blah, the AI would be jumping all over that. I can't stand it, blah blah blah, and I just want to. Do you see that? You see how all of a sudden the energy just dropped? So now the AI is going to read that. Oh, drop low energy. This matches our frequency. But because I don't talk like that, delete all that. I don't talk like that. I talk with a higher voice. I talk with intention. It's like I don't recognize this. What is this? This is not fitting our feed. Our feed is not fitting it. So those of you that have always wanted to do something, if you wanted to put something together, find your niche. Because when that door hits on Friday, you got to be ready to go. There's no more sitting on the sidelines. And the only ones that are going to be sitting on the sidelines are the ones that didn't want to step up and represent themselves. They're still hanging on to the old belief system. They're still bowing down to a made-up God system that's not the real one. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it like it is because it's the truth. If you're still doing that, you're not signed up with the true one God. Okay? You're with the one that started all the mess in the first place, that put in all the artificial stuff and had a thing about women and wanted to bring the women down. You're with that one. So, more power to you. Good luck with that. Hope you enjoy it. I do. I chant a lot and sing and practice using my... Yes! A lot of nervous system stuff that we're doing now. Thank you so much, everyone, for putting likes on the video. Love it, love it. And thank you. I saw that they redid the community section. And also on top of that, how everyone is leaving comments. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. So I love the Be So Light tribe. And I'm so glad everyone has been, being patient, letting me get on and kind of set up a different rhythm for what is needed right now. And when we start that 10-day, we're going to be in it. We're going to be doing it. So please, 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 if you're interested in a 10-day, get the Signal app, download it on your phone because we're going to move into that. I'm not going to do it on Facebook. I wanted to do it on Telegram, but it's like, what if it goes out, freezes up? Signal is not having any issues. Okay. So we're going to be on Signal and do the work over there. That's why we can do it and be powerful. Yeah. No interference from lower platforms that don't want you to show your light there. I don't care anymore. I'm going to say it like it is. And here's the thing. If I didn't keep it real and I didn't say it how it is, I wouldn't be me. But because I say it like it is, I do. So when I practice my voice, when finished, I vibrate and it's honest. Sounds like you're talking. Yes. I was sitting the other night, and matter of fact, I was trying to work with this Vogel, okay? So I got this one from Sage Goddess. This is the one they sent me, but it's not the one that I won. Okay? Notice how I said that. This is the one they sent me, but it's not the one that I paid for that I won. Okay? So this is a mushroom Jasper Vogel. When I got it, I had no idea what the heck am I going to do with this. Well, the mushroom Jasper is about grounding, healing, protection, and it helps you to shift. Okay, I had to look it up because I'm like, what the hell is this? And so I sat with it and I was working with it. And when I finally opened it up and tapped into it and said, okay, show me how you want to start working with me. Do you even want to work with me? And he said, yes. You're the one that's struggling. And I said, oh, you did not just go there. And said, yes, I did go there. You're having issues. And you know what this stone told me? It says, sometimes you don't get to have the stone that you think you should have. You get the stone that you need to work with. And I said, oh, look at you. You just think you're all that in a bunch of Jews, right? You just, well, I guess you aren't, Crystal. You're way older than me. So I guess you do have the wisdom and you do know what you're talking about. So, yes, it is. It's huge. Yes, look at that. Mushroom jasper has a nice quartz occlusion right here. And it has a lot of different faces in here. I love things that got faces in them because that's a part of spirit energy in your stone. And a lot of times I buy certain things just because it has spirit faces in it. Okay? So you're going to be working with that. So working with the crystals now is really important because that energy is coming up and it's to help with you, with your calibration, is to help you with central, with your nervous system. This nervous system thing, I cannot stress enough how it's really coming online, but at the same time, anything that was traumatic and old that you really didn't work on to get rid of, it's going to show its face. It's going to come up like that. And it's going to come up in a way to trigger you, to see if you still have a charge, an emotional charge to it. That's the key. Okay? So this is why it's important to take care of the self. It's important to really listen to your body. It's important to rest when you need to, work with your medicine how you need to, and be in it for that. Okay? So, and one of the things I just found out today about the gold, colloidal gold, that it gets rid of certain nanotechnology on the spot. Somebody was talking about that. I was like, what? So yeah, I've been working with my 24 karat gold, working with that. Because, you know, I'm like this, okay? They always telling you, you can't say this, you can't say that, can't say. I don't care. What makes you think it's okay for you to say what you say energetically throughout the whole loop of this platform thing that's the AI is running? It's okay for the AI to say it, but it's not okay for us, the humans, to say. No, 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 no. You started the war, we're going to finish it. That's how this is going. You started it, we're just going to finish it. And we're going to finish it the way we want to finish it. You don't like what we have to say? Then stop listening in on us. Stop listening through our phone. Stop listening through our laptop. Stop listening through our home. Stop listening through our Wi-Fi. Stop listening in our car. Stop listening to us if you don't like what we have to say. Because it's not going to stop anytime soon. You wanted this. We're just going to end it the way we want to. And if you don't like what we have to say, then stop listening to us. Unplug yourself. God, that felt so good to say. I just really love saying those things, you know. Even when I call on the phone and I got to talk to the medical people that are messing up so many people's medical coverage and raising up the charges and everything, and then not just confusing the hell out of everything. You got to keep spending time on the phone to try to correct that. And I say it just like, you know, when they come on to the phone and say, this phone call is being recorded for calls. You know, that recorder comes on that says that stuff. It's being recorded. I take an opportunity to say, okay, agent that you are, this is not towards you. I say exactly what I want to say because I know it's being recorded. I say it. I don't care. And that's where you have to be now in your mind. You don't care. You're going to say what you want to say. You're going to do what you want to do and be the way you want to be. Don't care. I said, I still read my Bible every night and I still pray, talk to the, yes, Do my comedic. Yes, yes. And that's that part of the self that you anchor into. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you know you're connected to the true divine source. I don't have a problem with that. I never have. It's the false one. It's the one that committed all the harm in the very beginning. It's the one that wanted to get rid of woman in the very beginning. That's the one. The one that wants all the sacrificing. That one. I don't have no consent to that. I don't bow down to that one. I never will. The one that commits the harm. That one. When you know, you know. And that's where the fine line, and that's where the energy is changing now. Who is in the know and who is not? Okay. All right, lovelies. I've been out of here long enough. I'm going to get off here. We're going to get things set up. These old energies are still around. Yes, they are. And I don't believe in anything when they say, oh, we took out this and this is no longer happening. This is no longer. No, these other energies are still around. If you still think, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I don't fucking care. If you still think that Hillary Clinton is alive and well, you need to go do your homework. Because you're not seeing her. That's not the real one. When that video went up before they started hiding everything, because they wanted to use it at the time when they wanted, and this is how you know. She was the one that, the picture that they showed where she was collapsing going into the van. Okay. That was the real one. When that van drove up to Chelsea's house, because they were on their way to go get Chelsea, get the daughter. When's the last time you all seen her? When's the last time you seen her? Can't remember, can you? Because she ain't around. She's on that list. Got rid of her. Okay? So, somebody was telling me, one of my friends was telling me, yeah, think about it. Here's the thing. Think about the ones that you don't see no more. You don't hear no more. You don't see them no more. You don't hear about them no more. Think about those people. Those people. You don't see or hear about them no more. Like, I'm talking about last few years, you don't hear about them. Where's Christina Aguilera? She was prancing around doing all her skinny stuff. That's a clone. Where is she? Anybody? Where? This is what you need to just kind of like go, I ain't seen so-and-so lately. Wonder what happened to them. Because they gone. 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 The real one is gone. Now you're hearing all this stuff. It's like this. You get the information, you decode it, wipe it from your energetic field. Get it out of there. Because that's another part of lowering your frequency. If you're just scrolling for that information all the time. Some of it comes up, I just decode it. Okay, got the info, keep it moving. I've cut back on a lot of my on time. If I'm watching a movie, I'm watching it because I'm decoding it. If it's something funny, I'm watching because I want to laugh. Okay. Other than that, not really getting into it. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of humming. Really into my humming. Okay. I like that humming. And I like my, hold on. Let me go over here and get this. I like my sticks. I like that. So if I'm doing like a humming thing, I like to, when you hum, if you take your tongue and place it up to the roof of your mouth and then clamp your teeth down, okay? You'll feel this vibration through your teeth, which are like crystal, come up through here, and then it goes up through the top part of your head. You'll feel it. And then if you check, you'll feel it in the back of your neck. So, you'll feel that vibration all through here. Okay. So now when I'm talking and somebody says something crazy, I go, mm-hmm, mm, 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 mm-hmm, mm, 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 mm. Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Grocery store. This is me. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. I'm seeing something and I feel like it's not safe. Go down another aisle quickly. All right. So I'll probably be on tomorrow a little later, or maybe earlier. No, probably a little later because I have a session to do. Um, and start doing the prepping for going into Friday. Okay. I'm sweating right now because I've been humming, and it charges up your system when you start humming. Okay, just to let you know. Yes, and it's making this sound like yes, and it makes music both hearing yes. Best way to center the body is that. Yes, absolutely. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. I'm going to get off of here now. Thank you so much for putting likes on the video. We're going to get this going and get ourselves ready to go through, start on the 25th, okay? 10 days, setting your intentions, working the medicine, getting into the codes, doing that work, getting everything lined up how you want it to show up in your new year. Okay, we're going to light the fire. Light that fire. All right, much love to all of you. Be good to yourself. Take care of yourself. Be in love with yourself. And no is a complete sentence. Just remember that. All right, I love you all.